KENOH vs Katsuhiko Nakajima. No, not the N1 finals from 2021. Their pseudo rematch at Noah the Best. You know how a lot of Puro matches will have a strike exchange spot? Well, this match asked, what if we just did that spot for nearly 60 minutes? And by golly, did they do just that. Also, if you don't know who KENOH and Nakajima are, here's a quick rundown. KENOH is the faction leader of Kongo, one of the main factions in pro wrestling Noah, and he also kicks a lot. Nakajima, he's a perpetual loner who joined Kongo, and he also kicks a lot. There probably aren't going to be many people talking about this match in the years to come, and that's okay because I exist. I want to explore a few areas in and around the match that I think are worth discussing further before dismissing it as, oh, another Noah epic match. First, what does it even mean when we say a match is epic? I asked a few people, and it's likely this term became popular in 2010 during New Japan, particularly after Okada's generational defining title reign. But what made those matches epic? I think most matches defined as epic are as a result of match length. I feel like once you pass that 30-40 minute mark, people are like, yeah, this bad boy could be an epic. But I think there's a lot more to an epic match than that. There's a few conventions I want to go over, characteristics that would define an epic match. First, there's going to be a moment where somebody kicks out at one. There's going to be no selling of big moves. There's going to be repeated kickouts. There's probably going to be a callback to a previous match. There's probably going to be an abundance of strike exchanges. And then also, there's going to be that one spot, you know it, when both competitors are on their back on the mat, they're looking up at the lights. And then there's that cut to the belts on like the stand nearby. It's always in there. And then they'll probably slowly climb back to their feet. Now, let's get into the stakes of this match. Nakajima just won the N1 finals against KENOH. After doing so, he would claim the World GHC belt from Marufuji. And what was KENOH doing? When he realized how close the Budokan show was, it lit a fire under him, and he went on to challenge Mochizuki for the national belt. These two had a real quick, action-packed banger with a really cool finish. Let's remember that for later, shall we? That belt wasn't enough for KENOH, because it wasn't going to guarantee him the main event spot at the Budokan. And that's why he challenged Nakajima in a winner-takes-all scenario. Pretty high stakes, if you ask me. Now, narratively, these stakes posed a problem to me, because I couldn't conceive KENOH losing because it would sort of ruin the narrative of him wanting to claim that spot. But also, Nakajima had just won the belt, so it would be a bit weird if he lost. So obviously now it's clear they were going to go to a draw. But to me, at the time of watching live, it was not. So really, when KENOH's music hit, there was just sort of an aurora to the match. I want to take a second to highlight that I timed the total amount of downtime in this match. It was around 12 minutes. Downtime would be stuff where like both men are down on the ground not doing anything. Now, enough preamble, onto the match. This match can be segmented into two parts. The first half we have KENOH when he sells the damage to his leg, and then we have the half where he no longer sells the damage. The first part of the first half is easily the slowest. They sort of milk that feeling out stage for a good 10 minutes. But, it's tense. They're both searching for to get that first good strike in. And then after that, it's just they kick and a lot of kicking. Even though KENOH's leg is already still kicking a lot, there's a few professional foot stomps. Oh yeah, also during this first half, Nakajima does a Showtime spot like 4 times in a row. And I included that in the downtime because it's a dumb spot. I mean, it's super overused by Nakajima. He does it like every match, and it's very lame. I will give KENOH credit here. He makes it a bit interesting where he sort of fires up and he stands up against Nakajima. It lasts for about half a second before we see this Showtime spot one more time. So after that, and there's a lot more kicking probably, KENOH lands a massive professional foot stomp to Nakajima on the outside. And I'll be honest with you, I popped for this big because, KENOH goes really high in the air, and it felt like a risky move to me. Yeah, but then after this spot, KENOH sort of just stops selling the hurt leg, and they just keep kicking, man. They just keep on kicking. That's really probably all I have to say to describe this match. I mean, they kick. That's the match. But let's keep going. Yeah, there's this really cool part in the second half where KENOH catches Nakajima in the head, and it looks extra vicious. It also happens to be the move KENOH used against Mochizuki to win, which is why I freaked out when I saw this live, because I was like, oh, KENOH's gonna win right here. He didn't, obviously. But I mean, Nakajima does look legit dead after that move. They also spice in this half quite a few bombs, like the Diamond Bomb and some avalanche moves. It's pretty thrilling. I think there's a point, like 45 minutes in, they've done all their big moves, and I think, where's the match going to go from here? Because, it's hit all the traditional narrative beats. You know that part near the end of the match where wrestler A hits the finish, but wrestler B either kicks out or gets a rope break. Then wrestler A goes for the finish again, but B dodges it and hits his finisher and gets the 3 count. That happens like 4 times in this match, but they always keep kicking out. It's just very interesting. There's another thing I particularly love about this match is KENOH sort of acts as the driving force in this match. And it all stems from his sense of urgency. That urgency that he has to win this match because he wants to have that top spot. And, in his mind, it's all or nothing. And with that performance, that he's giving in this match, it really convinced me that it was all or nothing. And that's why I really enjoyed this match. The match wraps up with sort of KENOH Nakajima. They just keep hitting and kicking each other until the bell dings, essentially. There's no payoff, there's no catharsis for KENOH. I mean, just really the reality of the situation is that neither man could win. There's definitely respect at the end. I guess KENOH's just like, yep, enjoy that main event spot, buddy. Now, would I define this match as epic? Definitely a kick out at one. There's definitely some no-selling in there. There's definitely repeated kickouts. So, I mean, that whole last section lore callback, I would say so, with that kick to Nakajima's head, the one from Mochizuki's match. Overuse of strike exchanges. I mean, the whole match is basically a strike exchange, so it depends. In my mind, it's not an overuse, because I think that is the purpose of the match. And both men on their backs, with the slow climb to their feet and the cut to the belt. Yeah, that happens. I'm pretty sure that happens a few times, actually. Well, actually, when I watched this match, I really thought it wasn't a Noah epic match. Looking at it now, the data tells me clearly it is a textbook epic. But you know what? That's okay, because I feel like the story behind it, the story makes it feel earned to have that epic word associated with it. The whole will KENOH fulfill his dream or not. And maybe that's not enough for most people, but by golly, it's enough for me. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.